I like to learn about the position I want, you know. So
Right.
with the staff that you got, the kids you got, the amount that you got in a situation like that too, you know, who do you lean on? Because the kids can lean on the coaches, you know, the players can do a lot of things, but where are you leaning on to, or you know, give me some advice there how you handle that situation personally.
Yeah, that's actually a great question because you never want to be a man on the island. That's never good for any coach, head coach, assistant coach, whatever. So I always tell the guys when they're in my staff, you know, you're trying to build a right and a left. Not to say that all the coaches are not important, but you do. I always have guys. When Kenny was there, he was somebody that I would lean on. You know, he's been on a, you know, Brandon Smith was a great friend of mine. He's a guy I have a lot of respect for. And we used to battle because we played South Warren all the time. So I had a lot of respect for him. So, you know, get in those situations, who do you lean on? You know, I got Lonnie Oldham, who's with me now, who's come over this year. And Lonnie has tons of experience. He's been around. You know, so he's a guy that I'll lean on a lot, you know, when things get, as you say, in those, you know. And then, of course, the more you coach, you know, for me, this will be year 26 as a coach. But, you know, I think it's 13 or 14 as a head coach. So you also lean on experience. You know, you lean on experience. And, you know, the craziest thing is the bigger the games, the calmer the storm is for me. Really? You know, yeah, I'm a little more intense in the games we supposed to win. You know, but, you know, kids feel that, you know, so they go as you go. And you never want them to be to the point where they're, you know, Paul did a great job when we was talking earlier about the game we had in 19, and he was giving the advice to their, and he was the defensive coordinator. He wasn't the head coach, but giving the advice to their staff on how to just keep the kids loose. And that's so important because sometimes we make the game way bigger than it has to be as coaches and the fans, but the fans supposed to do that, you know. But at the end of the day, we prep, we prepared, we supposed to be in this game. That's why we play the game.